Well, now it's probably no surprise, but now there is a graph to prove it. The United States is the biggest gas guzzler in the world. Check out this chart from a UC Berkeley report. It shows that America consumes more gas per person than any other country, and that includes Saudi Arabia, Venezuela, and even China. And the Berkeley report also estimates the United States will be consuming 90 million barrels of oil every day by the year 2015. Zach, should we be surprised?
I mean, I'm not surprised. It is interesting, though, that some of the most ostentatious displays of gas guzzling culture have become, I think, a little more taboo since say the early 2000s. You're going and driving around in like the biggest SUV in the world is sort of culturally frowned upon now. But hybrids are like cool. Things like that have changed. But we have pretty low gas prices, and we have an enormous amount of gas consumption. And the only thing that really seems to curb it is when gas prices get totally out of control. I remember in the years, the months surrounding Hurricane Katrina, there actually was a significant cutback in the amount of gas that the American public consumed because it got so expensive. But since then, the price of gas has sort of steadily risen, and we're not really too far away from those Katrina levels at this point, at least in absolute dollars. In if you adjust for inflation, it's not quite as severe, but people steadily have become accustomed to higher prices for gas, and they're consuming more. So or the same amount at least. I think you have to do something at the taxation level to make sure that that driving is something that has a social cost that the people who drive are actually paying for, and make sure that poor people who really can't afford to get around any other way, are not hit the hardest by that.